The magazine was released and the U.S. government gobbled up almost every issue. If the story was not true, why would the government be so nervous? It is interesting to note that the United States government does not allow planes to fly over the poles. All flights are directed to go around the poles, and any airline pilot flying in those areas will confirm this. Okay, I have to show you guys something, and I have to be able to find it right away. This is aspect. Patience. Here. Nope. Yes. Yes, it was. Come back, you. Giant hand comes. So this is what a friend has sent me. This is going to be funny. I've never done this before. And I'll read it to you. Here is an email that someone sent me that I wanted to share. When I recently became aware of NASA's World Wind, I immediately went looking for what they would show of both poles. Would it again be a cover-up? Here is the North Pole via World Wind. I do screen captures and paste them in Photoshop so that I can save and evaluate the images from this view. One can see clouds and weather across the continent and Arctic Ocean area, snow or ice or northern Canada, Alaska, and Russia. Greenland is a continent of ice, but what is that being blurred out at and around the North Pole area? See that, okay? It's hard to pick up. Okay. This is zooming in. Greenland is still a photo. It is still in photo, but what are we seeing of the Arctic Ocean? Do you guys see that? Zorro. Here is what you get when you move over the Arctic zooming... Scan. Here is what you get when you move over the Arctic zooming into a lower level, a different layer in the world wind. It switches to images with no Arctic ice to represent the alleged ocean floor. I'm holding the camera funny. Hey, I see me. That's so funny. Hey guys. My only conclusion is that NASA won't show us true material of the satellite or satellite photography of the approximate 200 square mile area of the North Arctic Ocean area, what images are shown has the appearance of being blurred or smudged. What could be here that they don't want us to see? Something that Jessica cannot hold up the picture for. Here's a World Wind South Pole image. You guys see that again? Blurred! Photoshopped! And when you begin to zoom in using World Wind, lots of white with less detail than you can see with Google Earth. Trying to read and hold the camera up at the same time. Multitasking. Ooh, curious. As Captain Jack Sparrow would say. When I use Photoshop adjustment curve tools to darken tones, it can identify... Yeah, I get this. Notice the appearance of brush marks and the shading strokes. Don't go in straight lines, they look feathered. Even across the ocean in the upper left, and shading look feathered. All the interesting geometrical patterns across the continent on the right and lower parts cannot be a natural occurrence in nature. I demonstrate the effect of changing tone ranges in the image so that you can see the detail that the eye normally glances over. Go back to the first South Pole image and see if you would not have noticed the feathered curves of what appears to be brushstrokes to blur and smudge the real image. Nah, we're not going to do that. My question still remains, what is being blurred out by NASA so that we can't see the real Antarctica and South Pole, the real North Pole and Arctic ice from an aerial perspective? Is there something significant there that which must be kept hidden from the world? Does it concern me? Yes, I'm concerned. This is the planet we live on. And back to putting this back to A. That's Tippy. We can. Or if you have Google Earth, you can try and get... Spatty. Spitting all over my computer today. Or if you have Google Earth, you can try and get the North Pole. You can't... If you have Google Earth, you can try and get the North Pole, but you can't. You can get the South Pole, and it does show a hole, as Jack Sparrow would say. Curious. Another interesting point is that icebergs are composed of fresh water, not salt water. It is also curious that it is warmer nearer to the poles than it is 600 to 1,000 miles away from them. The opening at the poles might also explain why there are so many UFO sightings in those areas. Gravity continually lessens as we go deeper into the Earth until we reach a point some 700 miles down from the outer surface to an area of zero gravity. This is the Earth's central gravity sphere, which is less than a mile thick and round, which the planet's shell has accumulated. This is the soul or spirit of the Earth, where there is perfect peace and harmony. You are weightless and breathless here. Your mind dictates your body, and there is no physical decomposition, meaning you can practically live forever. The fountain of youth, or land of eternal youth, Peter Pan's Neverland. Did Michael Jackson know something about this? His death is rather symbolic to us, getting close to contact with inside the Earth. How curious. There is more detailed description of this zone in the book that I cannot pronounce. I'll try. Etidorfa. The other amazing thing about this zone is that, yes, that as you head towards the remaining 100 miles leading to the Earth's interior surface, gravity reverses. Backwards, dyslexic, mirror image. Right on the mirror and it's held backwards. This means that everyone or everything on the interior side of the gravity line are walking or standing upside down from us. Again, Alice in Wonderland mirror reflection showing her falling up. Interesting how she grows into a giant too in that show. Like the giant's in there. Just a tangent. Earth's central gravity sphere is the actual dividing line between outer and inner Earth. The nucleus of an atom is a heaven, as in the center of our galaxy. In fact, there are 12 major levels of heaven from the subatomic to the center of our creation. Earth's inner sun, or heaven, is where we came from at birth, and where we go to at death. It is the great central station of incoming and outgoing souls, and that light at the end of the tunnel. Here we decide whether to reincarnate or to go to other worlds. Pirates of the Caribbean 3 talks about ferrying the dead to the next world, Greek mythology, in Disney, Hercules, and so forth. All the planetary suns of our solar system are directly linked to one another and to the main sun, which is in turn linked to other solar system suns, and so on, down to the center of creation. Itchy. That's what happens when you have lots of hair, and it gets really hot outside. It's hot in Canada. In this way, everything is linked and accessible. Earth's inner sun is also hollow and contains an island city called the New Jerusalem. This is a type of the greater New Jerusalem found inside the center of our solar system sun. Read Phoebe Mary Holmes' My Visit to the Sun. In the city is the home of our planetary God, who oversees all of humanity from his central location. I feel that there will soon be a reunion with the exterior and interior, when the ones with ill intent will be neutralized and no longer able to do what they are doing now. We will find ourselves free, or maybe like Monsters, Inc., where they find out they get more power, not through our fear and pain, but through our laughter.